Today is Saturday, January 11, 2025. Tonight, Dhamma Talk will continue the 7 stages of purification, Visuddhi. We are talking about the 7 stages of purification in Pali, Visuddhi, Sila Visuddhi, the purification of morality. So we already completed number 1, purification, Sila Visuddhi, purification of morality. So tonight we will continue Citta Visuddhi. Citta Visuddhi, purification of mind. Citta Visuddhi, purification of mind. Sila Visuddhi, purification of morality. So number 1 is directly related, purification of morality. To purify our morality, moral conduct, ethical conduct, we have to observe precept. If we observe precept, our deed and speech purify. Our deed, bodily action, our speech, verbally action already purified because we observe precept. Precept means avoiding such as bad deeds or demeritorious deeds related our bodily actions and our verbally actions. That's why yogi must observe as soon as you enter the intensive retreat, as soon as you arrive. Buddha Sasana Nuga Association. So yogi observe precept. After observing precept, your body and your mouth, your speech, we call ethical conduct. Deed and speech purifying. After purifying these 2 actions, bodily actions and mental actions, verbally actions, bodily actions and verbally actions, yogi join intensive retreat. Yogi set your meditation session likewise, sitting meditation, walking meditation, daily mindfulness meditation. During these activities, what yogi is observing the objects as it arises. So the purpose to observe, to contemplate objects means to purify your mind. To purify our mind, so we have to develop our concentration, our effort, our mindfulness. These 3 factors, what the Buddha taught. Among the 8 Noble Paths, likewise, Samma Vayama, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi, Samma Vayama, right effort, Samma Sati, right mindfulness, and Samma Samadhi, right concentration. So, one yogi developing or noting, contemplating, observing objects, that moment you are developing such as the effort, mindfulness, and concentration to purify your mind. It's not easy. It's not easy to purify our mind because our mind is dirty mind, right? Dirty mind. Likewise, what we are wearing clothes, our t-shirts, your t-shirts, or your trousers, or your dress, upper wear and lower wear. So you have to wash every 2 days, or some people they wash every day, right? The clothing, such a clothing, what we are wearing clothes, must wash every day because we are wearing the clothes. So the clothes in our body, when we wear, so the clothes become dirty, our likewise swept and some dirty. So they impact to their clothes. That's why we have to wash every day. Some people wash the alternate day. Likewise, when you join in this retreat, you are washing your mind with meditation. So washing clothes with water, right? And likewise, soap and water. So to be clean the clothes, we have to wash the water with soap. Likewise, to purifying our dirty mind, so we have to wash. Likewise, practice vipassana meditation. Wash with your effort, your mindfulness, and your concentration. What yogi observing or noting, contemplating the object which arises. So yogi trying to purify, washing to your mind, to purify, to be clean. That's why your every effort is required. Your mindfulness must be cultivated. Your concentration must be established. These 3 factors are very important when you are trying to purify your mind. To purify the mind, every effort required. They very respectfully noting or contemplating, observing also required. Focusing the object that very moment without missing from beginning to end what you are observing, rising movement, falling movement of the abdomen. Just focus mindfully or ardently and consistently, continuously, without missing from beginning to end. So in this way, yogi experience, your mind become purifying. Purifying the mind means the mind's freedom from defilements, mental defilements, mental hindrances. Mental hindrances mean craving or desire or anger, hatred or delusion, slow and torpor or drowsiness, restlessness of mind, thinking, wandering, imagination, planning, and worry or skeptical doubt. These all are called likewise mental hindrances. So as long as those mental hindrances overwhelming into our mind, we cannot get the purification. Our mind cannot purify because of those mental hindrances. Only after dispelling, overcoming those mental hindrances, yogi will get good concentration. Yogi can establish the powerful concentration. So only after establishing the powerful, strong concentration, yogi will see the reality, or yogi will see the nature of the objects, what yogi observing. Seeing reality or understanding reality, or seeing things as they really are, Understanding things as they really are is called vipassana insight, vipassana wisdom. So this is the purpose. What we are practicing, our bodily action, likewise Kanupassana Sripatthana, contemplation of the body, Vedananupasana Sripatthana, contemplation of the feeling, Chaitanupasana Sripatthana, contemplation of mind consciousness, and Dhammanupasana Sripatthana, contemplation of nature or phenomena or mind object or mental object. So in this way, our mind reaches certain vipassana insight level. This mind is not easy to deal. Dealing with the mind not easy. So, according to your experience, yogi's experience. So now today is January 11, right? We started January 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or already almost 1 week, right? Almost 1 week. So after observing, practicing vipassana intensively, so most of yogi, they experience, so or bodily, or mentally, or verbally, or 3 action, bodily action, or verbally action, the mental action. These 3 actions become calm down. So when you left your home, so you already experienced such as defilement, or likewise sensual desire, or ill will, or anger, or delusion, or hatred, or restlessness of the mind. So yogi experience, all of us, yogi experience the calmness, likewise secluded your body, your physical body already secluded at the beginning. When you arrive at Buddha Noga association, this association, when you arrive in the beginning, so yogi experience such as seclusion or bodily seclusion. So the body, your body is apart from your family members, apart from your house, or apart from your society, or your communities, or your job, your business, your daily activity. So because you become a yogi, right? So body already secluded, bodily, physically already secluded. Early days, when you arrive here, you are physically already secluded because you just leave behind everything. This is God. We can understand likewise. Renunciation. We renounce. So doing religious activities is not easy. You see, we have to renounce. Renunciation is required. Without renunciation, we cannot develop the merit or meritorious deeds. Renunciation or patience. Patience, these are parami, perfection. That's why Bodhisattva, when they make a determination to be a Buddha, future Buddha, they have to fulfill these 10 perfections. So what I'm talking about, only 2 perfections. You also a lot of perfection. Likewise, you are doing charity. You are observing precept, dana, sila, nikama. Dana means charity. Sila means observant precept. Nikkama means renunciation. So Panya, Vipassana, wisdom. Viriya, effort. Kandi, patience. Satya means truth. Adhitthana means determination. Metta, loving kindness, meditation. Upekkha, equanimity. So these 10 perfections, what our yogis are fulfilling here. So you already fulfill among those perfections, or majority of perfection you are fulfilling as for today. Likewise, what I mean, kandi, patience, or renunciation. Likewise, nikkama. Nikkama means renunciation. When you left your family, your home, your property, your job, your daily activities, your business, your relatives, your friends, every likewise sentient being and non-sentient things, you have to leave behind because you are joining in this retreat. So it's called nikkama, renunciation. So not only leaving your property and your families alone, but also this renunciation. So when you join a retreat, you have to renounce, such as sharing, or this, when using this Dhamma hall, you have to share with co-yogis. When you take in dormitory, you have to share with co-yogis. When you take in your breakfast and lunch, you have to share dining room with the other co-yogis. Even when you use washroom, bathing, so you have to share with other co-yogis. Those all are what yogi developing, fulfilling your nikkama, your renunciation. So at the same time, yogi also developing your patience, kandi. Kandi means patience. During sitting meditation, how difficult at the beginning. So for less experienced meditator, so the clock or just moving only 5 minutes, they already think this is 1 hour like that. For experienced yogis, it's opposite. So who already experienced Vipassana meditation, 1 hour they think only 5 minutes. But for less experienced yogis, 5 minutes they think like 1 hour, very long. Not easy, right? This is very difficult. So just you are keep quiet, sitting, or some people they may think, yogi, being a yogi is very easy. Just sit quietly, closing the eyes. So they think this is easy job. Actually, not easy job. So yogi is hardly or very working hard, practicing very carefully. So even sweat, some uncomfortable sensation, likewise discomforting, unpleasant feeling, sabha pain. How yogi has to overcome patiently. It's not easy. So those all are related. Your mind. We are talking about Citta Nupassana Satipatthana. So the purification of mind, Citta Visuddhi, the purification of mind, Citta, our mind must purify. So because the mind is dirty with such as mental hindrances, mental defilement, or greedy, or anger, delusion, or jealousy, or hatred, emotion, conceit, agitating, so on. There are many types of defilements overwhelming into the mind. Those defilements must remove layer by layer. Those defilements, very thickness, very high. So when you observing object mindfully, very seriously, ardently, so yogis are removing one layer, another, one layer, another. So removing those mental defilements. It is not easy. So Chaita Visuddhi, the purification of mind, refer to achieving a state of mental purity through concentration and meditation practices. This is an essential step on the path to enlightenment. Here are the key aspects. So we are talking about purification of mind. So here are the key aspects, how to purify the mind. Right effort. To purify the mind, yogi require right effort, every effort. So Sama Vayama in Bali, Sama Vayama, right effort. So right diligence. Yogis exert the right effort to prevent unwholesome state from arising. So right effort. Yogi exert making effort, the right effort to prevent unwholesome states from arising. So your effort, your great effort, your every effort require. So require the yogi exert the right effort to prevent unwholesome state from arising. So our mind's nature always associated with good and bad, or wholesome and unwholesome. The mind, when we awaken early morning when we wake up early morning from until night before fall asleep, this mind, our mind, associated with wholesome mind or unwholesome mind, or dirty mind and purifying the purity of mind. So dirty mind we call akusala citta. Purity mind we call kusala citta, wholesome citta and unwholesome citta. These two minds always processing. So maybe one of them will activate when we wake up. So when we fall asleep at the night, these wholesome and unwholesome mind not activated. When we fall asleep, Bhavanga Citta means life continuum. The continuously processing of life continuum. Bhavanga Citta. That Citta will activate. Bhavanga Citta means this Bhavanga Citta does not activate that, or wholesome or unwholesome. So this is called life continuum. Life continuum means just streaming, the life just streaming. No, because of this Bhavanga Citta, we not dying during sleeping. During sleeping, life continuum means just streaming, current, likewise. That Citta means likewise current, just moving, progression. But that mind, Bhavanga Citta, not associated with kusala citta or akusala citta. That time when we fall asleep, our mind not related wholesome mind or unwholesome mind. Just what can I say? Processing life continuum. Boanga citta. Otherwise, the mind always associated with wholesome or unwholesome. That's why, when we do practice intensive vipassana meditation, we practice. So here said, yogi exert the right effort to prevent unwholesome state from arising. So our mind will arise wholesome state or unwholesome state. If you don't note, if you don't contemplate, so the mind will arise unwholesome state. If you know mindfully, the mind will arise wholesome state, wholesome deed, wholesome state. If we cannot mindfully observe the object without mindfulness, so what will overtake our mind? Delusion, avijja. Avijja means delusion. The mind overwhelmed by avijja, deluded. So delusion means avijja means unwholesome mind. So what is mindfulness? Yogi contemplating, observing very seriously the object which is rising movement, falling movement, the aroma, your secondary object, feeling or mind object. Yogis are very carefully observing without missing. So that moment, the mind happening, occurring, wholesome mind, because of mindfulness. So if you cannot be mindfully observe, what will happen? The mind overwhelmed by without mindfulness. Without mindfulness means avijja, delusion, ignorance. This avijja or delusion or ignorance is unwholesome mind. So that's why. So the vipassana merit, what yogi are or here you, what you are developing, what you are making effort to gain vipassana insight, vipassana knowledge. Buddha said vipassana merit the highest merit among the other merits. We have dana, we have sila, we have samatha, we have vipassana merit, right? Dana, charity. This charity is merit. That if compare sila, moral conduct. So the moral deeds, moral conduct is higher than charity. Moral conduct, what you are gaining ethical conduct. This merit higher than dana, giving away, charity. So if compare sila, morality, with samatha, tranquility meditation. So tranquility meditation higher than sila, moral conduct. So if we compare samatha, tranquility meditation and vipassana, so things as they really are, seeing things truly or reality or nature, what our yogis are practicing as for today. This is vipassana merit. So vipassana merit higher than samatha merit, tranquility merit. So that's why this mundane merit, the worldly merit, this vipassana merit, the highest merit, what our yogi gaining as for today. So you have to encourage yourself, we are gaining such as the highest merit. Don't discourage. So you have meditating, you are following the schedule, timetable, right? Sitting schedule, sitting session, maybe 6 session for sitting sitting meditation. Likewise, walking meditation session also 6, right? So totally 12 session. You are ardently, very carefully observing your meditation practice, vipassana practice. Sitting 6 hours, sitting session 6 hours, walking session also 6 hours. So if we count, likewise daily mindfulness meditation, so maybe let us say 6 hours. So totally 18 hours. So this among these 18 hours, so you may not gain vipassana wisdom. So for only after gaining Noble Arhat, Noble Arhat will mindfully observe 18 hours a day. And Noble Nagami also maybe can observe 12 hours, 12 plus hours a day. Maybe Noble Sotabana and Noble Sagaragami maybe contemplate less than 12 hours like this. But for our yogis, so let us say, let that count. Let them count during 1 hour. So consistently, continuously, without breaking what you are observing, main objects and secondary objects. Maybe during one hour, maybe you can calculate about 5 minutes. It's good, great. That vipassana merit is the highest merit. You see. So I don't mean some yogi who already experienced. So some yogi they already joining vipassana retreat for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Even some yogi they 30 plus years. So such a yogi I don't mean. So maybe this yogi may apply vipassana wisdom much than the less experienced yogi. Here I mention about less experienced yogi. Less experienced yogi, they may gain 5 minutes each hour. So 18 hours a day. So how many hours? 50 minutes. 50 plus 40. 90 minutes a day. 1.5 hours, right? 1.5. You are practicing 80 hours a day, but you gaining 1.5 hour or 90 minutes. 90 minutes. So this is great job what you are gaining. Because vipassana merit, the highest merit, what we are accumulating merit every day. This merit, the highest merit. So a day, 1.5 hour. So let us count. 10 days, 10 hours. 10 hours plus how much? So 12 hours plus, right? 10 days, 12 hours plus. So 20 days, here 2 weeks. 10 days, 12 hours plus. Another 4 days, likewise. So 15 hours, 1 pie. 15 hours or likewise almost 20 hours we can count. During 2 weeks. During 2 weeks in this retreat, our yogi can gain 20 hours, very serious hours what yogi gaining vipassana experience, vipassana wisdom. So this vipassana wisdom, vipassana experience with samatha experience. This vipassana wisdom and samatha samadhi. If compare, so samatha samadhi not really reliable, not what can I say, powerful enough. Samatha, because samatha samadhi, samatha concentration associated with jhanic power. So those samatha concentration or jhanic power must maintain all time. Let us say samatha meditator already gain first jhanic stage, second, third, fourth, or arubhavajara, another 4 jhanic stages, totally 8 jhanic stages. So these 8 jhanic states must maintain all time. So every moment must maintain for that samatha meditator the jhanic power already gained for oneself. Without maintaining, what will happen? The jhanic power or psychic power will drop. The moment that the jhanic power without maintaining, without observing, so that moment already drop. Not powerful enough. Even jhanic power can drop very easily without maintaining. Here, if compare our vipassana wisdom or vipassana experience, not like that. If you already gain vipassana experience or vipassana wisdom or certain stages, likewise, Uriyabhaya, Jnana, or Bhangabhaya, Adinava, so on. So especially whoever yogi experiencing Sangarupaka Jnana, so such as Jnana, vipassana wisdom, vipassana experience, much powerful than jhanic power. So maintaining, so this vipassana wisdom, vipassana experience also require to maintain. Maintenance is very, very important. Or maintaining job also very difficult. So developing not much difficult. Likewise, this building, what you are using, this meditation or two level of this building. So when develop this association, Buddha Sasananuga association, this association they constructed for construction work. So they have limited maybe 1 year or 2 years. So during one or 2 years, or the longest period is 3 years. During 3 years, these buildings, these construction already accomplished, finished, completed. This is limited. Development is time limited, but maintenance no time is not limited. So you have to maintain this building, so something damage or painting or some electricity or something leaking water or many things to maintain as long as this building existing. So maintenance required. Likewise, whoever practice samatha meditation or vipassana meditation, whoever gaining samatha jhanic state or gaining vipassana wisdom or vipassana experience, these meditators require to maintain. If compare maintaining samatha jhanic power and maintaining vipassana wisdom, vipassana experience, this vipassana experience much easier to maintain if compare jhanic power. So that's why it's more difficult. Vipassana meditation is more difficult than samatha meditation. But when you gain likewise insight or vipassana experience, so you have believable experience, vipassana wisdom. So you have to be encouraged yourself. So here, right effort. I'm talking about right effort. Yogi exert the right effort to prevent unwholesome state from arising. So why you focus on the rising movement or falling movement of the abdomen? You are preventing unwholesome state. So just now I already mentioned, without mindfulness, avijja, ignorance, moha, the mind become deluded mind without mindfulness. So when yogi observing mindfully very, very carefully observe as the object arises from beginning to end. So mindfully observe. That means that effort to prevent unwholesome state from arising. So your mind will not associated with unwholesome thought because you are mindfully observe that object which arises or rising or falling. So you are preventing to arise unwholesome thoughts, unwholesome mind. Not only that, to abandon unwholesome state that have arisen, abandoning, overcoming. So when you observing the object which arises, your main object or your secondary object, you are very seriously observing that moment. Not only preventing unwholesome state from arising, but also abandon or overcome unwholesome states that have arisen. So some people they may think, they may consider about themselves. So I have done such as unwholesome or speech or liar. Likewise, you may liar before earlier, right? When your age was young, when you don't know Dhamma, you don't know Vipassana, or you don't know about Buddha's teaching, you may lie someone, you may do something, you may commit that something bad to others, or bodily or verbally. Mentally, we don't need to say. Mentally also will think. So when your meditation develop, your concentration develop, some yogi they worry themselves. Oh, I have done such as committed bad deeds. But I have there someone such as lying or bad speech. I committed something bad deeds myself. So now I'm doing meditation. How I can develop? How I can gain vipassana wisdom, vipassana insight? They are considered likewise. This is likewise septic doubt. So that's why we recommended our yogi. We advise our yogi don't allow such as septic doubt, such a doubt. Immediately reject. No. I'm doing. I'm practicing very, very well, such as I'm following the path, what Buddha taught. I ardently practicing. So he has said, to abandon, to overcome unwholesome state that have arisen. Have arisen means just now I mentioned when we was young or when we don't know Dhamma, we may commit that, some speech or some deed. So don't worry about that. You just remember Angulimala. Likewise, so such as example, many examples in Buddha's teaching, he killing thousands of people, right? So when he met Buddha, so his verbally and bodily deed, bad deed, already eradicated, or already overcome, abandon. So here, when you observe precept, you are constantly observing, practicing vipassana meditation, those unwholesome deed and speech, you already committed. So already abandon, overcome that moment. I mean that moment when you are practicing meditation. So this is very clear. This effort, we say effort, but this effort working, function is a lot. Just we talking about effort, virya or diligence, but it's function, a lot function. Effort, kava, this effort alone. So, not only that effort, why you are developing effort, every effort, why you are practicing great effort, noting objects which arise that moment without missing, ardently, diligently, you are observing the effort. So another one, this too, preventing unwholesome and overcoming unwholesome state, a death, what can I say, death arising. Prevent unwholesome state from arising and to abandon, to overcome unwholesome state that have arising. That there has do them right. First one is prevent, not to enter our mind unwholesome things. The second one, second effort, second exertion is related overcome to overcome unwholesome state that have arisen. So prevent, overcome regarding unwholesome state. So another one, this effort also leading another do related wholesome to develop wholesome state. To develop wholesome state. This effort function, a lot of function happening in your mind. To develop wholesome state, when you are focusing your main object rising, falling, or development, or the other secondary object, mindfully, very seriously, very precisely, you observe it. So that moment to develop wholesome state. So if you closely, seriously observing the object to see nature or reality, so you will gain, you will develop, your mind develop wholesome state. Wholesome state, not only developing wholesome state in to maintain in perfect wholesome state that have arisen. So another one is to maintain in perfect wholesome state that have arisen. So maintaining also there. So this effort, taking care of maintaining. This is effort, this mindfulness. Where maintaining, you are developing. Maintaining means likewise a reminder of maintaining. So it's maintaining jobs is not easy. So the right effort to develop wholesome state and to maintain in perfect wholesome state that have arisen. So that's why we advise our yogis, well, after you off retreat, you go home. So you have to maintain. We normally, particularly, we remind our yogi, we advise our yogi, you have to be maintained. You have to maintain your meditation experience. What you have already gained during or 10 days retreat, during 2 weeks retreat, you gain vipassana wisdom, vipassana experience. You have to maintain those experience at home, at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes. No, if we know you are busy schedule. You have to do many obligation or duty or responsibility, your house. So you don't have much time, but 5 minutes or 10 minutes, trying to maintain your practice. At least 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. So duration is not much essence, not much important. What important is daily practice, regular practice is important. You do practice 5 minutes a day, but you must do every day, the same time. If you fix the time morning, so that morning, maybe morning 5 o'clock, so you exactly wake up and practice 5 o'clock every day. No, not much time. 5 o'clock, but must do every day that time, fixed time. So fixed time, timing is important. Timetable is important. Duration is not much important. And do so So when you join future retreat, you will see how much easier your practice vipassana meditation, because you maintain your practice at home. So this is very important. Mahasi Sayadaw always mention like this. When we join, first time I joined under Mahasi Sayadaw, 3 months, intensive retreat, 3 months. So when people go back our monastery, we have to pay respect Mahasi Sayadaw. So Mahasi Sayadaw advice, he remind us. So you practice every day 5 minutes. 5 minutes a day. Mahasi Sayadaw, he know very well, very understand. So because we are young monks, so we are busy schedules. So we are studying. We are attending the monk training school or university. So he knows 5 minutes, only 5 minutes. You must promise me. You must do practice every day 5 minutes as maintaining your vipassana experience. What you are experiencing for 3 months. So he not only us, every yogi, whoever going home, Mahasi Sayadaw will recommend or will remind, will advise, practice 5 minutes, practice 5 minutes. You must do every day. You must do every day. Not much time, only 5 minutes. So this is very, very important. So this is a Citta Visuddhi, purification of mind. To purify the mind, our effort, you see, the effort, very crucial factor, very important factor, effort. Likewise, to purify the mind, another factor is right mindfulness. Right mindfulness, they have 3 factors: right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. Earlier I already mentioned, right? To purifying mind, these 3 factors very important. Diligence, mindfulness, concentration. Viriya, Sati, Samadhi. Remember, these 3 very important to purify our mind. Viriya, effort, Sati, mindfulness, concentration, Samadhi. So here, right mindfulness. There are also right mindfulness. There are also wrong mindfulness also there. You see, right mindfulness, wrong mindfulness, right effort, wrong effort, right concentration, wrong concentration. So these are two factors. They occasionally happen in our mind. So when you are developing or joining in this retreat, most of the time, yogis mind will associate that right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. For non-meditators, it's very difficult. The mind associate with the right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. For those who non-meditators, associate with wrong effort, wrong mindfulness, and wrong concentration. So right effort. So when we practice right effort, let us say, when we practice meditation 1 hour is not easy. But when we watch a movie, 2-3 hours very, very fast. When we watch or when we play a game, right? Nowadays, telephone, smartphone, every smartphone they have game, right? A different game, very interesting game. So they are playing game 1 hour, 2 hours. They don't move. They don't move very mindfully. They have a lot of concentration. They have very mindful, or they have every effort to play a game or to watch a movie. So those are wrong, right? Not right. Wrong effort, wrong mindfulness, wrong concentration, much easier. That's why our mind, what Buddha said, our mind likewise water. our mind is likewise water. If I drop this inside the cup water, I drop on the floor. Water will flow or lower place, right? Lower place. Mind always flowing lower down. Likewise, sensual pleasure. Mind will not flow. Likewise, mindfulness or good consideration, or right effort, right mindfulness, or right understanding, or likewise observing precept. Mind will not or moving like this, will not flow like this. The mind will flow lower means unwholesome bad deeds or unwholesome deeds. So sensual desire. So the mind nature like this. This is the mind nature. So such a nature of the mind. Now our yogi, you are raising up, right? You are upright, raising up the mind. So likewise the water. So water under the ground down, the water. If we need to water tank, overhead water tank, what we use? Pumping, right? Machine, right? Engine, pumping. We use pumping, so water easily up, right? Pumping means our effort, our mindfulness, our concentration, right effort, right concentration, right mindfulness. These three part factor will up our mind. If we flowing our mind, let it be. We just let it go. Our mind, the mind will flow. Lower area. So likewise, unwholesome deeds or sensual pleasure or hatred, aversion or deluded mind or drowsiness. You see, you consider about that, about drowsiness, slow and torpor during your meditation session. So my mind flowing lower place because drowsiness is likewise deluded mind. So I have to bang the mind. I have to make up. Ardently you observe sleepiness, slow and torpor. So mindfully you concentrate the mind very focused that object, slow and torpor. In this way, yogi can overcome in such states. So may all of yogi obtain the highest vipassana meditation experience. May all of yogi obtain enlightenment, path, fruition, and realization of Nibbana.